Hey, this is Michelle C. Smith, and this is my video tutorial for staff manipulation, basic flow. Check it out. So right now, we're gonna learn the basic flow. Now this is the basic fundamentals of all baton, staff, and stick manipulation. So we're gonna start with our forward figure eight. So we're gonna start facing this side. That's the right side. You're gonna hold your stick in the middle. Now for the purpose of this, anything above your thumb is going to be the top end. Anything below your pinky here is going to be the bottom end of your stick. Now, for our forward figure eight, we're taking our 8 that looks like this, we're going to flip it on its side so now it looks like an infinity symbol, and that's the shape that we're going to be drawing with the top of our stick. Okay, so we're going to point the top of our stick forward and we're going to start that shape. So we're going to drop the front end down, the top end, down to the floor. It's going to come up the back, over top, and then it's going to come back to the other side. Now notice that this end has shifted from the other side of my arm into the front. Then I'm going to drop this end down again to the back, because we're creating the back half of that infinity sign, goes down to the floor, up to the side, up to the back, and then comes back here. This bottom end is now on the opposite side of my shoulder. And you're just going to continue drawing those circles on each side of your body without losing the movement of the stick, and now trying not to get it caught in your chest. So you're dropping down, comes to the back, up and over, down, comes to the floor, up and over, and you're just going to keep this movement going. You can start off really wide, really big, and then slowly as your body starts to understand the movement, you're just going to pull it in, and it's going to turn out more into a wrist action. Okay? Now we always want to be making sure that the stick is passing right by our shoulders, right by our toes, and then up to your shoulders. And the reason for that being, if I turn this way, is it makes it nice and flat, therefore the most efficient for your wrist and for the speed of the stick. If we go out to the side, we start getting into this no man's land of stuff, and when you start going fast, that's actually really hard on your wrist joint. Okay, so we're facing the right side, front end goes down, draw a circle to the front side of your body, back end comes to the other side, draw a circle to the back side of your body, and then you keep going. Find that figure eight. Forward and back. And then you can tighten that. Now we're going to move on from our forward figure eights, which are going this way, and we're going to face the left side of the room now, and we're going to do reverse figure eights. Now reverse means exactly that. We're going backwards. Okay? So you're going to hold it up. Top end is still the top end. Bottom end is still the bottom end. This time, rather than pushing forward that way, we're going to bring the stick back towards our face. And it's going to come right to your shoulder. You're going to drop it to the floor. Then you're going to push this top end away from you as you bring the stick back up to neutral, which would be the position we started in. Then we're going to repeat that process on the left. You go down to your shoulder, down to the floor, push the top end that's facing the floor, out, away from your face, and it's going to come back up to neutral. And you're going to let this top end lead the stick in that infinity sign figure eight symbol so that you never get confused of where you're at. And you're always making sure that this bottom end is just passing to the opposite shoulder once you have finished your loop on that side. So again, you're dropping down to your shoulder, down to the floor, up to the ceiling, pushing away, down to your shoulder, down to the floor, push away from yourself, this end passes. And you're just going to continue that circle just like we did on the other side. With a nice easy figure eight, you can go wide to start. And then once you get comfortable, you're going to start putting it more into your wrist rather than your whole arm. And if you have a longer stick, you're going to have to do slightly wider figure eights so that you make sure that it passes on the side of each shoulder, but you want it as tight to your shoulder as you can do, is what you're comfortable with. It's a little bit scary to start, but then you'll get it and it'll work out really well for you. It'll be nice and smooth. The third part of this video is connecting the two sides. Our forward side, which means the stick is moving away from you, going forward, and our reverse side, where the stick is pushing away and backwards. Now, the interesting thing is the stick is actually moving in the same direction. So my forward figure eight is moving the same direction as my reverse figure eight. I'm just on the other side of the stick. Now there's a way we can connect that, and we need to know that our stick is always moving in circles. So we're doing circle to the front, circle to the back, this side, circle to the front, circle to the back. Little circles. Now we can move to the other side continuously without stopping our stick by drawing an even bigger circle. So you're going to start with your forward figure eights. When your stick is pointing forward as if you're about to do that front circle, you're going to draw half of a larger circle. Starting from that top end of your stick, you're going to drop it down, half a circle like a big smile, up to the other side, and then the stick is traveling this way, so that means that we can go straight into our reverse figure eight. The same thing can happen from our reverse side. Just as we're going to do this front circle, our stick is pointing forward. We're going to draw the other half of that big circle that we just drew in like a rainbow all the way up to the ceiling and down to the other side. It's traveling down, which is actually the same direction as our forward figure eights. So we can go from forward figure eight. When the stick is pointing forward, we're just going to continue with the energy of that stick. It's moving down, so I'm going to follow it, down like a smile, up. That's going into our reverse figure eight. When my stick is pointing forward, I'm going to finish off that big circle, going up towards the ceiling, down towards the other side, and then I'm back into my figure eight. At no point has my stick stopped moving, so I can go from this side, to that side.
Thanks for watching. Hope you learned a lot. Please let me know if you have any feedback or questions or comments. I'd be happy to help you out with those. And if you want to share this with a friend who's looking to get into manipulation or twirling of any kind and help them be a badass, it's a good party trick, please do share away. The more love, the better. Thanks. Bye.